Hi,
Good evening.
good evening.
Yes, are you happy today?
Yes,
Oh, how about what is the weather for today?
it's good.
It was good. Did you play outside?
Yes,
Oh, that's good with your friends. You play with
yes.
your friends. Okay. Now let's continue with our discussion last meeting. So before that, let's try to learn new words. Okay. Let's start. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So let's do have some pronunciation practice and let's start with the first word, which is, can you please read?
Embarrassed.
Yes, do you know what is embarrass?
Um, I don't know.
Oh, you haven't heard embarrass before. You haven't heard this word yet?
Yes.
Okay, but if you know this meaning, you can determine what is embarrass mean. Okay. Embarrass, it is feeling ashamed. Can you still remember what is ashamed?
Shin outside.
Ashamed. I'll write it. This one.
Uh, Ashamed is uh, uh, ashamed shy.
Yes, very good. Ashamed, shy, and embarrassed are still the same. They are the same words. Embarrassed, ashamed, and shy. Okay, it's just they're just using different levels of words, but they are all the same. That means you are feeling shy. That is embarrassed. Now, can you give me a sample sentence with the word embarrass?
Uh, when I was read one, I am embarrassed to go to school.
Oh, you are embarrassed to go to school. You are shy.
Yes.
Why? Why are you shy going to school? Why will you feel
No.
shy?
When I read one.
Oh, when you're grade one.
Yes.
Oh, because you're still young. You're still a baby in that grade one.
Yes.
Oh, that's what. Did you cry in grade
Yes.
one?
Yes.
Yeah, just like here, grade one also cry because it's their first time going to school. They are very shy or embarrassed. Okay, now let's go to.
Recede.
Okay, we read this one as recede.
Recede.
Yes, and recede, it is something that moves backward. It is going backward, moving backward. That is a recede, moving backward. What can just like okay, I'll type. Okay. There. Flood waters are receding or the waters are moving back. Okay, that is recede. Let's go and try new words. This one.
Break down.
Yes, breakdown. Do you have any idea what is breakdown?
I think it's eating something.
It is eating.
I think it. I don't know.
Okay. Breakdown has two meanings. Okay, let's first try to learn the first meaning. The first one is you are so sad. The first breakdown is you are so sad because you failed. So you break down. Breakdown is being so sad because you failed of something and you can't move properly because you are sad. That's another meaning of breakdown. The next one is breakdown is when you make something big to smaller one. So from big, you make it into smaller parts. That is breaking down. From big, you break down into smaller. That's another meaning for breakdown. First is being sad. And second is making it small. From big, make it small. Okay, that is breakdown. Next one.
Inside.
Yes, insight.
Inside.
Yes, do you have any idea?
Or no.
Okay, first time.
Yes.
Okay, insight, it is your ability to understand something. It's more on how you think. For example, what is your insight about the story? Or what do you understand about the story? That is insight. And ability to understand something and insight is just the same. Okay, that is how you, insight is how you,
How you understand the thing.
very good. It is how you understand something. Okay, let's go to the next word.
For instance.
Yes, for instance, it has another same word.
Insight.
Okay, let's go for instance.
Uh, uh, I don't know.
Okay. Remember this one because if you are tired of using this word, you can use for instance. Because they are just the same. Okay.
For example.
Yes, for example and for instance are just the same. So we will sometimes people use for instance if they want to broaden their vocabulary, but for some they use for example. So if you like, you can use for instance or for example. They are just the same. Again, what's the same for instance? What is the word?
For example.
Very good. For example. Now let's go to
Interior.
okay. We read this one as entitled.
Entitled.
Okay. From the word titled, do you have any idea?
I think we have to talk some people to do for me.
To rule? Did I hear it right? To rule for you?
Không, no. We talk to any people to do for me.
I see. Okay. Nice guess, but entitled, it is something that you have the right of something. For example, from the word titled, you own that something. You own something through law, by the law, or anything. For example, you have the right by law. For example, I'll give you sample sentence. There. Please read.
She is
Entitled.
entitled to go to school.
Yes, that means she has the right to go to school. The children needs to go to school. It's their rights. Okay, now let's move to the next word, which is
Stronger.
okay. We read this one as struggle.
Struggle.
Okay, can you read it one more time?
Struggle.
Okay, perfect. And do you have any idea what struggle is?
I think it's same fight.
It is
Same fight.
same as fight.
Yes.
Same as, okay, you think same as this word?
Yes.
Okay, struggle, it is when something is difficult to do. For example, you are having a hard time doing something. That is, you're having a struggle. Difficult to do. That is struggle. Okay, I'll ask you something. Do you have struggles in learning football?
No.
No, so playing football is easy.
Yes.
Oh, did you learn it very well?
Yes.
It's good. Okay, now let's move to this one.
Shepherd.
Okay, you read this one as shepherd.
Shepherd.
Yes. And do you know what shepherd is?
I think shepherds is people have a sheep.
Yes, very good. People who takes after a sheep or takes good care of a sheep. That is a shepherd. And also, there is another meaning of shepherd. Take note with this because you might hear it in our story later. Okay, shepherd is also means a good leader. Again, shepherd is also mean as being a good leader because just like a sheep, they lead the sheep to their houses, to their barns. That's why a shepherd also means a good, what is a shepherd?
Little.
Yes, good leader. Okay, don't forget that one because you might use that as an answer later, being a good leader. Okay, let's go to the next word.
Decide.
Okay, we read this one as descent. Descent.
Decent. Decent.
Yes, and do you have any idea what descent is?
I think decent is we show, show something. I don't know.
Yes, you're almost there. Show something good. Okay, decent is showing something good or being good, being formal, being respectable, being a good person. That is being decent. Okay, I'll give you sample sentence. Okay, there.
She decides looking woman.
Okay, she's a decent looking woman. That is, she's also being a good looking person or human. Now let's go to
Critics.
okay. We read this one as criticize.
Criticized.
Yes, criticize. And this is, you have any idea?
I think it's the people to think something to talk for people.
Yes, it is something to talk about people. You have something to say to a person. It could be good or it could be bad. Yes, if you have something to say to a person, you criticize that person. Whether you say the good ones or the bad ones. Or in other terms, you judge a person. That is criticize. Judge a person. You have something to say. Okay. Now let's move to this one.
Provoke.
Yes, provoke.
Provoke.
Again, one more time.
Provoke.
Okay. Provoke is, do you have any idea?
I don't know.
Okay. Provoke is, you are the reason to make a person angry. You say something bad and that person makes angry, or you provoke that person. The reason he or she is mad. That is
Provoke.
S, provoke. Next one is
promote.
oh, this is not promote. This is prompt. Prompt.
Prompt.
Okay. One more
Yes.
time.
Prompt.
Okay. This is prompt. This is silent P. So therefore, we will not read the P. Prompt.
Prompt.
Very good. Okay. Prompt means being quick or fast. That is prompt. Being
Quick or fast.
very good. Being quick or fast. Next one.
Shoot.
Okay, one more time.
Shoot.
Okay, we read this one as suit.
Shoot.
Okay, I'll type how to read this one.
Shoot.
This, it read as this one. Suit.
Suit.
There. Again, how to read that word, this word?
Suit.
Very good. And do you know what is a suit?
I think it's a flower.
A flower?
Yes.
Oh, do you think so? Okay. Suit is, okay, again, it also have two meanings. Suit is the one we wears, the formal one. And suit is also be do whatever you want to do. That is a suit. Perfect phrase for suit is this one. You can say it, or you can even say this if you have your friends with you coming to your house. You can say this one.
Suit yourself.
Okay, that means you can do whatever you want. Just suit yourself. That is, do whatever you want. Okay, now let's go to the next one.
Generosity.
Okay, we read this one as generosity. Generosity.
Generosity.
Okay. Generosity comes from the word generous. And do you know these two words, generosity and generous?
Uh, is no. Is I don't know.
Okay. Generous or generosity. Okay, let's go first to generosity. Generosity is act of being generous, and generous is when you are happy to give something to a person. You can give him money, you can give him food, anything you want to give to a person. That is generous. You want to help by giving something. That is a generous. This is a good manners. You are being generous. You always give. Do you always give? Do you always help people?
Yes.
Oh, that's very nice. So that means you are generous and have a good manners. Okay, now let's go to the last word, which is,
Insult.
okay, we read this one as insult.
Insult.
Okay, salt or insult.
Insult.
Okay. Do you have any idea what is this word?
Uh, mm, I think it's same provoke.
Oh, yes, it is same as provoke and same also as this one. Criticize, provoke, and insult. They're just the same. It means when you speak bad to a person,
Yes.
and that person is provoked or make a person angry because you criticize that person. You say something bad, which is insult. Very good, because you relate these three words. Okay, now let's go now to the story. There, before we go, let's read the sample opinions samples. Okay, children, ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Children are not adults and do not have adult rights. Rights. Parents are always worried about their children's well-being. Very few parents and children are able to communicate with each other about personal matters, usually because they are too embarrassed to do so. So a parent is entirely within his rights to pry into his children's secrets in order to try to protect them, to avoid a complete breakdown in trust. The parents should not make his smoking a bust, but sometimes it might be better to be an underhand sneak than to allow some targets, but avoidable mistake and in the event if the deception is somehow discovered, the children's anger and senses of betrayal will recede in time, particularly as they mature and become more res- responsible. Outlaws fly, scare, squad, through our brains. We change our minds many times a day and forgot what our previous ideas and attitudes were. But if we keep some keep up a record years later, we can discover what we used to be and how we are changed over time. This can give us great insight into human behavior. For instance, someday when we have children and don't know how to respond to some situation they are involved in, it might help if we could recall how we felt when we were their age in similar circumstances. It might change the way to reach to their problem, or at least help us explain why we do what we do.
Okay.
So,
Now let's go back first to these underlined words and let's try to read it again with the right pronunciation. Okay, the first one. Can you please read?
communicate,
Yes, communicate.
communicate,
Very good. This one.
communicate,
Okay, now let's move to this one.
entirely,
Okay, we read this one as entirely.
entirely,
Yes. Next one is this one.
bright,
Okay, there, cry. It's not pray, but it's cry. This one.
bright,
Yes, it's cry. Next.
secrets,
Yes, secrets.
secrets,
Okay. Next one is
complete,
again.
complete,
Okay. In this part, it is hard E. So we read this one as complete.
complete,
Okay, complete.
complete,
Very good. Next one.
obvious,
Okay. We read this one as obvious.
obvious,
Yes, that is obvious. This one is
tragic,
okay. We read this one as tra.
tragic,
Yes, again.
tragic,
Very good. This one is avoidable.
avoidable,
Yes, this one.
indeed,
Yes, indeed. And next one is this one.
senses,
Okay, we
sense,
read one more time.
sense,
Okay. We read one as
sense,
yes. Be careful because sometimes we will not, there is E at the last, we will not read it. Okay? That's why it became sense complete. We didn't read the E at the last. Okay, next one is this one.
scratch,
Okay, we read this one as scattered.
scattered,
S. This one,
scattered,
yes. And this one, previous.
previous,
Previous.
previous,
Okay. I'll make it slow. Previous.
earth,
Okay. This one is attitudes. This one, attitudes.
attitudes,
Okay. Attitudes.
attitudes,
Okay. Okay, this one is kind.
kind,
Yes, and human. This one, human.
human,
Yes. This one is situation.
situation,
Very good. And this one is circumstances.
circumstances,
Okay, I'll make it slow.
circumstances.
Very good. Okay, I think 30 minutes is already up. So let's just continue the rest next meeting. Don't forget those words that we correct because I might review that next meeting. Okay, so that you'll be familiarized with those words or how to say those words. Okay?
Yes.
Thank you for cooperating. See you next time. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.